SMT Nation, we back. Nation, this is a pretty big development. I'm really happy about this. I can't wait to discuss this with you guys here in today's video. Verizon applauds introduction of the Spectrum Pipeline Act of 2024. This is huge for the industry. Man, I am so psyched about this. Been calling for this for years, and I think we might have something good on our hands. Let's talk about it here in today's video. Link for the article from the Verizon News Center will be in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do like and share this video. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload. All right, guys. So here is the situation. This pipeline bill. What's going to happen is we've got senators. Ted Cruz, namely, was mentioned within the article and some of the details that I see within the releases. Kind of a wacky dude, but I mean, regardless, supporting the growth of the wireless data use across the country. This is going to be major. I want to show you guys this number here indicated within this article. All right, so 129% mobile traffic rate increase over the last 5 years in mobile networking. That's huge, right? So what's going to happen in the next 5 years? And what's going to happen in the 5 years after that, right? That's what this is really all about. It's about forward looking. It's about planning and preparing for the future. So the FCC with this Spectrum Pipeline Act of 2024 would require the National Telecommunications and Information Administration, the NTIA, to identify at least 2,500 megahertz of mid-band spectrum that can be relocated from federal use to non-federal or shared use in the next 5 years. Now, what would that look like? Well, it's probably going to be some blend, some mix of licensed and unlicensed spectrum. The carriers like Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, and Dish, to a lesser extent, they want full power bands, right? Macro bands that have no restrictions, and they're not unlicensed. They want licensed spectrum. And I believe that a bulk and a majority of the spectrum should go to that purpose. These are networks that we use and rely on for a lot of usage. And those companies, and Verizon and T-Mobile and AT&T, need the spectrum to support our growing usage. Right, and they're doing fixed wireless access to scale now, and they're doing mobile, networking capacity upgrades to scale. So for the FCC to auction at least 1,250 megahertz of spectrum between 1.3 and 13.2 gigahertz, full power commercial wireless services within the next 6 years would be huge. 600 megahertz within the next 3 years. This is good stuff. When you look at that amount of bandwidth, we're talking about being able to support two use cases. We're talking about being able to support, 5G home internet, business internet, fixed wireless access, and then also supporting traditional mobile use cases, right? And all of the different applications and the video and all that stuff. Like we just need it. So this is really exciting. This is good. Let's see how this executes. That's another thing, right? Can't have the FCC dropping the ball. We need good leadership, and we need good planning. And like I said, it's got to be full power. It's got to be macro bands, right? So that way they can stretch the signal for several miles. We don't want spectrum that's going to be powered down, unlicensed and shared. I mean, some of it can be unlicensed and shared, but we need a bulk of it to be commercial, right? We need a bulk of it to be licensed. That's what carriers want, and they pay a lot of money for these assets, right? I think we got to find that happy medium, and then I think a lot of people can be happy because there's fixed wireless regional providers who could take advantage of the spectrum too. So I'm psyched. What do you guys think about this? Sound off in the comment section below. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.